I happen to have on the phone with me right now. We're going to get to this a little bit early, but that's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Good morning, Michael DeMore. How are you doing?
Good morning, Rick. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're the current lead singer of the group, the Capris.
I'm proud to say that, yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to keep singing until they tell me I can't, and even then I'm going to keep showing up.
Nothing like a little doo-wop, right?
Oh, it's just great music. It really is.
So when did you actually join the Capris?
The Capris, I've been singing lead about, it's got to be almost 6 years.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the original guys are almost all gone now, right?
There's one original left still performing, Frank Rana. God bless his heart. He's standing next to me to my left on stage, and I do announce at every show that he is a member of the Capris this year for 64 years.
Wow. And he's been going strong. And of course, the others are all gone, I'm afraid.
Where did the others, unfortunately, are gone, yeah.
So where did the name Capri come from? Do you remember?
You know what? There's been multiple stories, and I don't know if I could speak intelligently on that because some of them come from fans and some of them come from conversations in the group. And of course, I wasn't privy to when those discussions were originally had. I had yet been born.
Well, I will tell you what Facebook says. It came from the Lincoln Capri. I guess that's one of the legends you've heard about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I one of these days I will ask Frankie to clarify that. But I would not argue with that.
So, what kind of you guys are on tour now, or are you on just playing dates? Are you on a formal tour or playing dates right now?
We're playing dates. We've always just been playing dates for the doo-wop genre for the most part. There's really, outside of small routed tours when groups come into town, there really isn't a lot of touring involved. Most of the promoters put on shows throughout the country, and we'll get contacted directly by the promoters to go ahead and do things like that. So we're happy to be working. We've been really busy. There's a bunch of things still coming up on our calendar. The world has come back with a vengeance, so being busy is a great thing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that the shortest #1 song of all time was the Doo-Wop song.
It was.
Yeah, it was. It was "Stay" by Maurice Williams.
Mm-hmm. You know what? It's great music, and the coolest part is, even at this point doing concerts, there's still kids showing up. They don't buy tickets. They come with their parents and their grandparents, and the coolest part is they know just about every word to every song. Mm-hmm. So it is great music, and it isn't going to die. It's morphed. It's changed. There's a bunch of things I've done in my solo career where I've taken some of the old songs and kind of. Some people get upset with me. I've redone them kind of in my own vein, but it's just great music and it's great lyrics and songs that really meant something. And I'm just thrilled to be part of it.
Yeah, I've always liked the idea of the names for the doo-wop groups is always the something or other.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there when it happened, but it made a whole lot of sense, and I think cars and birds were really the biggest motivating factor. And if you watch any of the movies and read the articles, a lot of these groups were put together on a street corner and needed a name, and they needed it quick.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stretch your memory, I think, a little bit. There was a connection between the Manhattan Transfer and a song they recorded, the Morse Code of Love, and then along came the Capris and recorded it as well.
Well, actually, it was the reverse.
Oh,
the Morse Code of Love was written by Nick Santamaria, who's the original lead, and wrote most of the songs. Mm-hmm. And in 1982, the Capris got back together to do some songs on the Ambient Sound album. And that's when Nicky finished that. Nicky actually wrote Morse Code of Love. Years later, the Manhattan Transfer absolutely loved the tune, and they re-released it. And they changed the title. They changed it to Baby Come Back to Me. Mm-hmm. So that's what it was called on their record.
Was it the same lyrics, or did they change the lyrics as well?
It was the exact same song.
Oh, wow.
It was the exact same song, exact same lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the Capris hit first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also you had Indian Girl, Where Did I Fall in Love, Girl in My Dreams. All of those were great tunes for the Capris.
They were all great tunes,
Mhm.
and you look back on them. Hindsight's 2020. I look at things that now that I didn't maybe particularly care for when it came out, and you go back and you look, and every 5-10 years my tastes change a little bit, and I love all of it. I mean, I really do. There weren't many songs that I would say I just didn't care for at all. Most of them are great songs and great lyrics. Nikki had a song called "She's My Girl." That's a very clever lyric. And I adore the tune. And Nicky was a very good writer. I mean, he was. I was fortunate to know Nick as a kid who loved this music. Never in a million years did I think, I'd be singing with the group. And I'm sure most people know Nick was a New York cop, and very how do you say this tactfully? Had a very hard personality. He was a New York cop. He was a hardcore New Yorker, and he loved you, or you knew he didn't like you.
Yeah, he was New York.
Yes. And I met Nick as a kid that was going out to see these shows, in my 20s, and we weren't the best of friends, but we knew each other, and it was always great to see him. And like I said, I never thought I'd be singing with the group.
Did you ever come across him
years later?
You ever come across him professionally as a cop?
No. I never had that pleasure or lack thereof, which I'm kind of proud of.
Yeah.
But it really is kind of strange how things come full circle.
Yeah. So I know that the Moon Out Tonight was also recorded by Frank Rena along with Tommy Farah and Tony Dano. Is that correct? Those are the guys who recorded.
No, that's incorrect. Moon Out Again.
There we go. I forgot the again.
There, yeah. Moon Out Again. That was the ambient sound album. That was in 1982, and that Tommy Farrar, who's currently with the Del Satins, and Tony Dano, they were on Morse Code of Love and Moon Out Again, and the originals, Moon Out Tonight and all that was actually recorded and released in 58.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk.
Didn't become a hit till 61.
I want to talk a little bit more about Michael D'Amore right now, and that is that you've got something going on besides your being the lead singer of the Capris. You got your own solo act going on.
I have had a one-man show most of my life that I do nationally, as well as singing for the Capris. Which I'm proud to do. I mean, the Capris in this genre, we're happy to do between 15, 20 shows a year. In my solo career, I do over 200.
Wow.
And that's covering 60s, 70s, 80s. I have for Doo-Wop fans that have watched PBS all these years and the TJ Lubinsky specials. I just filmed the new PBS special as a solo. So I will be on the new one. It starts airing nationally August 1st. I'm partnered with Expedia. I do every cruise line, which, by the way, everybody can check all of the stuff out on the website, which is www.michaeldiamore.com. Go figure, it's hard to remember. And all of these cool things. So I get to play great rooms with the Capris. We just got back from California. We'll be in Caesar's Palace this year. We'll be at the amphitheater in Coney Island. The Capris will be doing the Malt Shop cruise. I have my own cruise that I'm doing November 14th going out of Miami. That's just about sold out. We have another one on the book for March that's going to start being promoted, another one for November of 23, and that's all part of my solo career.
If somebody wants to take one of those cruises, can they get to the link to get tickets from your website?
Yeah, actually, they can go to michaeldiamore.com and click on the Cruising with Michael D'Amore link, or they can just call 908-418-7062 and just say, you want to come cruising. All the information is there because I'm partnered with Expedia. I get phenomenal deals, and that's why this next one's just about sold out. We're about ready to cap it.
These oldies cruises seem to be really the rage these days. It seems like it to me. Almost everybody I know that does oldies music, performs oldies music, is doing one of these cruises right now.
Well, you know what? It's a floating resort with food, booze, entertainment, and nobody has to drive home. How do you beat that?
Well, yeah, I hope you keep the crew out of the bar.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But we really do have a good time, and we get to spend time, and I mean, after the shows, I'm in the lounges and talking and chit chatting and having fun, and that's what it's all about. We're all, especially I think, and I say it just about every concert after 2020, particularly, we're out to have a good time.
Yeah.
It's we spent enough time inside, and I think we've all reevaluated some priorities in our lives. And if I'm going to get off my couch, I want to go enjoy myself.
Amen. So the meet and greets are really what it's all about in many ways, both you and for the fans.
Oh, I absolutely love doing it. Most of the concerts, whether it's my solo shows or whether it's with the Capris, I go out in the lobby before the show. I'm out there and I'm chit-chatting, I'm taking pictures, and I'm talking to people. And then I'll go out at intermission. Sometimes I'll stay, depending upon the drive, I'll stay at the end of the show as well. But we love doing it. We love going out and talking to people. And like I said, I wasn't on the Capris record, but I still love hearing, the fact that people enjoy the music.
Amen. That's good stuff. Michael D'Amore. Or D'Amore, right? Without the E on the end, right?
It's D'Amore, yes.
D'Amore. For spelling purposes, put an E on the end of Amore. So there we go.
You got it.
Yeah. Michael, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. It's been a real pleasure to talk with you and find out all about the history of the Capris. I'm sorry. Yes, the casino. What am I saying? Capris. There we go. I don't know where I got casinos from, but anyhow, and good luck on your career, both your solo career and the Capris future dates. So, where are the future dates coming up immediately for the Capris? Do you happen to have those in front of you right now?
I know we have the amphitheater in Coney Island coming up. We'll be in Pittsburgh. We'll be in Atlantic City. We'll be in New York. We're at the Bergen Pack. We're in Jersey. I mean, there's a bunch of things. The easiest thing to do, if you go to michaeldamore.com. And just click show schedule. You'll see what's coming up, and there's dates being added all the time. So get on the mailing list. That's the easiest way to know what we're doing. I send out an email once a month that has everything on it: my solo shows, the Capri shows, ticket length specials, or early ticket specials for things that occasionally we'll get. Well, they'll give us so many tickets that'll pre-sale. So get on the mailing list. That's how you're going to know when everything's coming up. And I hope I get to see everybody at a show. Fantastic. Michael D'Amore of the Capris right here on WUSC FM.